hidden water destinations around the world.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Titanic. I'm your host, Alexa. From hidden beaches to hot springs, we've got some amazing destinations for you to visit today. Since today is all about water, let me know what your favorite water sport is in the comments down below. I'll tell you mine coming up. If you're new here, make sure that you're subscribed and turn on notifications so that you never miss an upload.
Tinago Falls, Philippines. Take the 500 steps of the winding staircase down into the thick of the Kaibaran rainforest in the Philippines, and you will stumble into a lost world. Tinago Falls, or Hidden Falls, flow into two large pools surrounded by jungle vines and dense forest. Behind the water is a hidden cave that can be explored when the water is flowing slower. If the river isn't flowing too fast, you can enjoy a swim in the water. Otherwise, rather opt to play it safe and enjoy the view of this hidden treasure of the Philippines. Pfeiffer Beach, Big Sur, California. Pfeiffer Beach has unique purple sand, making it a favorite stop for photographers looking for some unique beach snaps. The nearby rocks offer beautiful views, and there's plenty to explore in the general area with loads of cliffs and coves. But the real showstopper is Keyhole Rock on Pfeiffer Beach, which forms a perfect frame for the rising and setting sun. Rio Celeste River Waterfall, Costa Rica. Celeste River has some of the most spectacular water on Earth. It is an electric blue color that is almost iridescent. The color comes from the minerals of the nearby volcanic rock running throughout Tenorio Volcano National Park. The Rio Celeste River Waterfall is an hour's walk from the park's entrance, and you'll be rewarded with a few natural hot springs along the way, dotting the river's edge. Enchanting River, Surigao del Sur, Philippines. Also called the Hinatuan River, this river is truly a mystery in that scientists still haven't discovered the exact source of the crystal clear salt water. As cave divers discover more of the network of caves, it is clear the Enchanting River holds many secrets. Sea turtles and large fish thrive in the area, and luckily there's access control to protect the environment from overuse by tourism. Geo Lagoon, Greece. The Geo Lagoon looks like a place the ancient mythical gods would have been right at home in. The warm emerald waters are topped up with the tides of the Aegean Sea daily, and the dramatic surrounding cliff face gives a majestic beauty to the landscape.
You can enjoy a swim in this natural sea pool, which is said to be the Eye of Zeus. It's also said that he created the pool for Aphrodite, who is the goddess of love and beauty.
Navajo Beach, Greece. The azure waters, white sand beaches, and surrounding limestone cliffs are such a perfect combination. It's no doubt this is another place created by the gods. The beach is often referred to as Smuggler's Cove and is famous for sporting a 3-decade-old shipwreck in the middle of the bay that tourists can explore. It is the ultimate paradise. Havasu Falls, Havasupai Indian Reservation, Arizona. The Grand Canyon has plenty of lesser-known nooks and crannies that will blow your mind, and Havasu Falls is one of them. After a 10-mile hike, you'll be treated to your first sight of the falls. It's backed by the Red Rock Canyon's steep walls and tumbling turquoise water, creating a dramatic sight. The water gets its colors from the high concentration of calcium carbonate and magnesium in the surrounding rocks. It's a sacred place for the local Havasupai people, or people of the blue-green waters. Bassin Bleu, Haiti. Bassin Bleu is high in the hills outside Jacmel, Haiti. You'll need to take a ride on a dirt road to get to the oasis of turquoise blue pools and cascades, culminating in the highest waterfall and pool. But you will see it's completely worth the bumpy ride. The local boys put on a show by making stomach-turning jumps into the waterhole below. An oasis in Huacachina, Peru. When you come upon this place in the desert of southeastern Peru, you might think you're seeing things. This small village is surrounded by white sand dunes and surrounds a small lake, thriving in one of the most infertile places on Earth. It's a favorite place for tourists to walk the town's rustic shopping center or head out for a sandboarding experience. Gunlom Plunge Pool, Darwin, Australia. Kakadu National Park in the Northern Territory is home to one of the most beautiful swimming pools with a view. You can climb up and sit on top of the waterfall above the plunge pool and get a view that goes on forever over the never-ending Australian landscape. Pools of Ohio, Haleakala National Park, Maui, Hawaii. How these pools became famous is a funny story. It was a marketing gimmick by a local hotel owner who decided to start calling a series of tiered swimming holes 7 sacred pools, even though there were more than 7 of them and none were ever considered sacred. But regardless, it worked, and they became a must-see attraction to boost tourism in the Hana Highway area. Be sure to check out the water levels are safe at that time of year before planning your trip and putting this on your must-see list. They're not always open for swimming. Seljavallalug, Iceland. Iceland is getting more popular to tourists by the year, so if you want to find a more private place to enjoy the hot springs, try one of Iceland's oldest geothermal pools. These pools are filled with hot spring water trickling down from the volcano Eyjafjallajökull. And if Eyjafjallajökull sounds familiar, it's because it's the volcano that famously erupted in 2010. Figure 8 Pool, Australia. This pool is so precisely carved out of the rock it looks machine-made, but the area is only accessible by a pretty treacherous 4-hour walk, so we're certain it was probably a natural phenomenon. The natural pool is one of many in the area, but the only one with this unique figure 8 shape. You should only visit during low tide when there are calm seas, and beware there are loads of slippery rocks to slip you up on the walk to find the pool. Cenote Ixquil, Yucatan, Mexico. The cenote formed when a cave roof collapsed in to reveal this deep natural pool to the sky above. It became a sacred place to the ancient Mayans who performed religious services here. The watering hole has a stairway from the ground level, beautifully carved out of the limestone rock that takes you to the swimming platform surrounding the deep pool. Emma Gorge Waterfall, Western Australia. This natural beauty is in a remote part of Kimberley, Australia, in the El Questro Wilderness Park, which is known for its dramatic gorges and uncrowded natural wonders. Emma Gorge is one of these beauties, boasting a secluded waterfall and swimming hole nested between towering cliffs. Tosawa Ocean Trench, Samoa. Tosawa literally means big hole and is a saltwater pool formed by the erosion of the lava fields. And the Tosawa Ocean Trench is literally just a big hole you suddenly come upon in the middle of a dense forest. There are 2 ways into the water, a narrow wooden ladder or a jump. On one side of the trench, you'll see a small nook you can climb through to access a sandy beach if you want to explore further. Queen's Bath, Kawaii, Hawaii.
Historically, this pool was reserved exclusively for Kawaii's royal family.
But luckily, it's now open to the public in the calmer summer months. Crystal clear waters fill the pools carved out of the lava shelf, about the size of a few swimming pools side by side. The view of the Pacific and the rocky shorelines is a perfect backdrop to your royal cleanse. And if you feel like swapping salty skin for a fresher feel, you can rinse off in a freshwater stream nearby.
It's an experience fit for a queen.
Fairy Pools, Isle of Skye, Scotland. These pools, as clear as gin, form down the River Brittle. But as you can expect from Scotland, it'll be a fresh experience. The water is frigid, so don't expect a leisurely wading, but rather a plunge in and out to experience the local magic. Jacob's Well, Texas, USA. Jacob's Well looks like the bottom just fell out of the earth and filled up with water. It only bottoms out at an unnerving 1,300 meters, as some brave divers have found out. It seems to be the opening for 4 channels that only the most experienced divers should explore. So for everyone else with the nerve to do it, there's just the option to jump in if you dare. Turpins Falls, Victoria, Australia. This giant natural pool is larger than an Olympic-sized swimming pool, surrounded by rocky cliffs and topped up by Turpins Falls fast-flowing water. It's a chilly swim, so pack a wetsuit and don't even think about jumping off into the water. It's prohibited by law. Enfield Falls, USA. Enfield Falls is navigable by foot and is a 115-foot descent down the falls to the swimming hole at the bottom, and well worth the clamor. The Enfield Falls are one of 12 waterfalls in the park, all magnificent, safe, and an easy day hike. The swimming hole of Enfield Falls even has a lifeguard in peak season, and camping is allowed in the park. 5 Dams of Table Mountain, Cape Town, South Africa. Most people recognize the iconic landscape of Table Mountain, but few people know that hidden on the iconic berg are 5 massive dams. You can get to these picturesque secret beauties through various hikes from a few different starting points around the mountain. The oldest of the dams dates back to 1890, when the city's demand for water increased. Dorset Quarry, Vermont. This is the only natural marble bath that has made our list, and the grandeur of this Vermont summer secret just can't be ignored. It's part of the oldest marble quarry in the country. The smooth stone ledges make it perfect for tanning and picnicking before dipping into the water below. Firehole River Swimming Area, Yellowstone National Park, USA. Yellowstone National Park is known for geysers and springs, but not really for the wonderful options of swimming spots it offers. One of the best is Firehole Canyon, full of everything from a sandy beach to kiddie pools and churning rapids, all surrounded by cliffs. It is an explorer's dream, as you can find a new place to swim every day. Melisande Lake, Greece. A trip to Greece is never a bad idea, but now you've got another reason to book your return flight. Melisande Lake, or Melisande Cave, was opened to the public in 1963. You can find this surreal spot close to Sami Village. Many believe this lake has the clearest waters in the world.
The cavern was created when it caved in several thousand years ago, along with a process called karstikopoesis, which is the dissolution of rock.
Despite being half a kilometer from the sea, its water level is higher than sea level. When the area was excavated, a few artifacts were found depicting figures from Greek mythology from the 3rd and 4th century.
Those are a ton of really amazing places so far, and we still have one more to go. But first, let's talk sports. What's your favorite water sport? Mine is paddleboarding. Traditionally, I'm bad at every sport I've ever tried, but this one I can do. Let me know your favorites in the comments down below.
1. Opal Pool, Willamette National Forest, Oregon. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, having a dip in the Opal Pool is not gonna be the warmest swim you've ever had, but the scenery will distract you from the cold. If you've put all your effort into the hike that gets you to the Opal Pool, then you won't feel it either. Many believe the name was derived from the beautiful colors of the water, but it was actually named after a park ranger's wife.